Failure is success in progress. Albert Einstein. My friends, each and every day we are willing to practice trade and to fail and thereby learn by what we did wrong. Those of you who are successful traders who are getting even better each and every day, you remember back when you learned so much more from your failures than you ever did from just being a dummy and happen to guess the right direction. Because remember, guys, all we're doing is basically making a binary decision. Stay in, get out. Get in, stay out. Whatever it might be. Again, is the market going up or is it going down? Now, yes, it can go sideways too, but typically the decision we're making is binary. It's one or the other. That's not a hard decision. And you get better and better at it the more you practice, the more you follow the charts, the more you learn, the more you practice trade with your favorite stocks and ETFs. Let's jump into the charts. This is a day where everything is down. You know, we'll have those days like Friday, I believe, everything was up. Well, today, everything is down. Nothing down too huge. The biggest downer is Bitcoin. We'll get to that at the end, but let's start off first, as we always do, with the S&P 500. You can see that, of course, as we started the week, things popped up. Well, things on Tuesday down a little bit. It's pretty much flat, 0.15%. So again, we can see we're higher for the week. We can see the volume is okay on the half-day chart, but again, staying well below the average. It's been below average on the two-day chart, even though the two-day average is coming down because it's been below the average. We have not been average on the two-day chart when it comes to volume. The volumetric's what I'm talking about, since the 31st of March. Wow. And as we look at the weekly, we go all the way back to Monday the 30th of March. The half-day chart is different. We have had okay volume there, but again, it's just looking at the averages on the half-day. But again, we would think that if the market is rocketing up like it has been, we would see volume going along with it. Well, it has not been. Volume has been very low. Now, summertime trading zone, as we get into that, we typically expect volume to be down. But again, you know, as we look at what's going on with all of the movement, we have no volume backing it up, which gives us some trepidation nonetheless. We have been long for many weeks, and again, we'll keep waiting, keep going until things change. Now, what do we see on the NASDAQ? It's pulling back more, 0.85%. You can see down in the morning, further down in the afternoon. You can see all the volume on the half day. You can see the two-day over the last, two-day candles getting closer to average volume as that average volume has been going down. And again, we go all the way back to the 23rd of March until we get average volume on the weekly chart on the NASDAQ, as it has been going up, up, up as far as price goes. Look at this. Just crazy incredible, as things have just been torching up. We've seen a couple of down days along the way. Not much at all. Last time we had a down, at least red candles forming on the Heikin Ashi candlesticks, was Tuesday, the 28th of April. As things have moved into May, they have been again hammering up. So we'll pay attention as things do pull back. We are still long the NASDAQ, but we are watching, particularly since there's no volume to speak of on those bigger charts. Now, as we look at what's up with bonds, we have, the third down candle after four dojis, pretty much sliding sideways after we had three prior down candles. Then it started again. We haven't hit the low of last week yet. Again, no volume. We do have okay volume on the two-day chart, as things have moved down for 8 days there, then popped up for 4 days, and then maybe resuming that down movement again. You can see the last 2 days as we moved up on the half-day chart and hit the weekly trend line and bounced off of it. We did so on the 2-day also. So again, we are still short when it comes to 20-year U.S. government bonds. Where are we with gold? That's a hard one. We can see on gold where we have pushed through the weekly trend line on all three of the charts, but again, no volume to back up that move. We did put in a potential floor here, some resistance that we may be encountering with things moving any lower in gold, and we started the week off with a green candle on the weekly chart, same on the 2-day chart, and the same on the half-day chart, but again, no volume to speak of. Look at the weekly chart here. Look at how much the average has peeled off, and we still aren't hitting it. Got to go all the way back to the 23rd of March after 2 strong down weeks before we had it. So where are we on gold? We're really nowhere right now. We're waiting for gold to sort itself out and tell us what to do. Let's finally look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is above the weekly trend line on all 3 charts. Was down for the day 1.42%, our biggest downer for the day. Bitcoin's gone up in spurts, as Bitcoin many times tends to do. Well, we had that last spurt move down. Things popped up on Monday, pulling back some on Tuesday. It's still above the weekly trend line on the short chart. That's the half day. And the 2-day chart, again, struggling along, but staying in the right direction. We look at the high last week. It was 23.20. This week, up a few cents, 23.23. So up 3 cents as far as where the highs are. So still long on Bitcoin, but again, paying attention, and we shall watch. No volume. Like I said, volume's been moving down over the last, again, another divergence in volume as price goes up, showing that people aren't buying into that, which again is some concern as to how serious that is. But if you've been long, my friends, it's been going in the right direction for you, even without the volume. That is where we are as we end this Tuesday, go into midweek. We so appreciate you being with us. Always love to hear from you. CW@chartingwealth.com. Patreon members, thank you so much for all your support. If you're not a Patreon member, want to support what we do here at the channel, first thing you'll get is my book, 3-Wave Trading Advantage. It's the latest book that we've written. It covers all the stuff that we do here and why. And in addition to that, you will get the 3-part series, Options Made Simple the Charting Wealth Way. Help you understand options so you can start practice trading them immediately. God bless. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.